Hey, my name is Greg. Today we're actually doing a catalog look through. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, actually. I'm pretty sure. So actually, I don't know if I've done it since the that one Amazon catalog video. They got like they got like 700 views. But today I'm gonna do another catalog look through, live from within my camper, which is very cool and weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna look through this catalog. By the way, another catalog will come hopefully very soon. Because I ordered another one, like a current day one from Lego.com. So hopefully another one will be arriving soon. So yes, let's start with this. This is the summer 2015 catalog. This is from quite a few years ago. I think there's some interesting sets in here, though. Apparently, there's over 40 new sets, or that were new at the time in 2015. And you can see on the cover, they have the 2015 Ferris Wheel, and then a little bubble right here that says, free exclusive Lego Marvel Superheroes Winter Soldier, with purchases over 75 or more. And then there's like a phone number, and then a shop, Lego.com. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's open up the catalog and see what cool sets await. Okay, so first, there's the little poly bag they already mentioned. This is actually a pretty cool little Winter Soldier design. I do actually quite like this. I think this is more based on the comics design, while a lot of the other Winter Soldier characters are based on the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. But that's pretty cool, though. And then we have the Ferris Wheel. This is a pretty cool set. Especially if you want to make a theme park. $200 is quite a lot, but I guess for the Peace Council, pretty good. And yeah, apparently I think it has motor functions. Like a lot of these things, so you can have this move. It's actually pretty cool. I like some of the minifigs as well. There's some interesting characters. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere in one of those like Lego fact books that I think this character is based on some designer who designed the set that apparently doesn't like Ferris wheels. That's pretty cool. But then we have some more of these like big, hard to find sets. For example, there's the Mini Cooper. This actually looks pretty cool. Like I wouldn't buy it because it's like not really for me, but it's still pretty cool. The Metal Beard Sea Cow, which is also pretty cool looking. Then there's another Ferris wheel set, the Fairground Mixer. This one actually seems better than the Ferris wheel, because this one you get multiple things. You get a little dunk tank, you get a man on stilts, you get a little like weight machine, you get a whole thing, a whole like little spinny thing, and you can pack up the whole thing. So yeah, that one I think is a lot cooler. Volkswagen Camper van. Hey, it's a camper, and I'm in a camper. That's pretty cool. This is not a camper van, it's just a camper. And yeah, but this is a camper van, like a Volkswagen. So yeah, so let's continue. Oh, some modular buildings. Now these are pretty cool. I don't think any of these, except for maybe the detective's office, are available anymore. But these are some cool modulars. You have the pet shop, the Palace Cinema, and the detective's office. I really want to start getting into modulars as like Christmas presents and birthday presents ideas, because they're really good for building up a Lego city with a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, then there's some other stuff. Tower Bridge, Sydney Opera House. These aren't really for me. Kind of like architecture sets in general. That's pretty cool. Speaking of architecture sets, I know there's stuff over here, but I just want to do that. Really great transition. These cheaper ones from Lincoln Memorial and Flatiron Building, these actually would be more appealing to me than like the big $100 White House or whatever. Because these ones are just like nice little simple displays. But I actually much prefer the ones of these that are like the skylines of cities. I actually like that one a lot better. And then just some Lego classic stuff. Not much to say about these. Just some base plates, some creative brick boxes. Pretty cool. Oh, you can also apparently earn double VIP points on these sets. And also have the Bat Pod, just for VIPs. I'm pretty sure this is pretty rare now. It goes for quite a bit of money. So, yeah, then we're moving on to Detective Comics, or DC Comics Lego sets. So we have the Tumbler right here. This one, the set itself doesn't interest me, but the minifigures, you can see right there is a Heath Ledger Joker and a Dark Knight inspired Batman right there, which is pretty cool. And even a little fact sheet. So that's pretty cool. Then there's some other things. There's the Gorilla Grodd, goes bananas. I like the jet, and I like the whatever this is, the banana cart. That's funny, I think. The mechs, okay, it's not that great, but yeah. Kind of similar with this one. I like the play set, I like the minifigures, but I don't really like for this Deep Black Manta set. I like the Black Manta minifigure. I don't really like the boat though. It's not that, the little jet ski. It's not that great. Then we have the Shield Helicarrier, which is another one, kind of similar to the what's its name, the Tumbler, where it's definitely interesting because it's micro scale, but even then, like it's more interesting than the Batmobile because it's just interesting display piece, and it has some pretty interesting minifigures right here. Yeah. Then we have two other sets, the Ant-Man Final Battle. This is actually a pretty good concept. I actually quite like this concept where you have like little ant and then little like Lego pieces. And I'm pretty sure actually in the set they even come with like a mini version of this set and this set. Because actually, the reason they did this is because in the actual final battle in the actual Ant-Man movie, they had used like Tom's the Tank Engine or something. But that's owned by a different company, so Lego couldn't do that. But you'd be able to use their own IP, and yeah. Then there's the Avengers Hydra Showdown. I actually do quite like the look of this little vehicle right here. I actually do quite like that. So that's pretty cool actually. So yeah, so continuing to we'll start with more Marvel. The Hydra Fortress Smash. I actually do like this display piece. I quite enjoy this little display piece. And like Hulk and Baron von Strucker and Hydra, Henchman, and Quicksilver. Yeah, it's a pretty cool set actually. And then Hulk Buster Smash. This is actually also a pretty good deal because you get a big fig and you get a pretty cool, every accurate build. Get some cool, like the pretty cool stuff. That's pretty cool. And then the Quinjet City Chase. Not really for me. The minifigs are cool and this little van is interesting. But other than that, not really for me. Now Minecraft sets. These are pretty cool. There's the Mine. It's $109. That's a lot of money, but yeah. Pretty interesting though, just pretty interesting. And then the Ender Dragon, which is also pretty cool. Again, it seems very expensive, but that's just me, I guess. Well, not just me. I've heard other people complain about the prices of Lego Minecraft sets. But then we have some Star Wars sets from 2015. So there's the Flash Speeder, which that one didn't really interest me. It's just kind of a set. But this one, I actually really like this one. They actually updated this one, I'm pretty sure. I think they actually have an updated version or like a re-release of this one or something. So this is pretty cool. The Death Star Final Duel. I actually really like this set. This is a very nice play set design. Then we have the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium, which this one's actually also pretty cool. You get some cool like minifigs. Yeah, then we have the Imperial Salt Carrier, the Naboo Starfighter, which are both not really interesting to me. They're just pretty kind of cool. I guess they're kind of cool, but not that interesting. Then we have the Rebels sets. Join the Rebels. Check out the Star Wars Rebels TV series on Disney XD. I guess. I know it was Disney. I thought it was just Disney XD, but yeah. So it was the Imperial Troop Transporter. I like the Transporter. The minifigs look kind of weird, but really the Stormtroopers look kind of weird, but they're not. They're really the same, so not really that different. They just have weird weird face printing, I guess. But then we have the Shadow Troopers. This one's a lot cooler because you get some cool Shadow Troopers. The vehicle's not as good, but you get some cool like Shadow Troopers, like I already said. You get some like these like interesting characters. Yeah, pretty cool. Then the Wookiee Gunship, which is pretty cool. I like the designs, like the colors. Actually, pretty cool. Then the ATDP, which not really for me. It kind of looks like weird. It kind of looks like that like some like thing. It kind of reminds me. It's not that similar to this, but it kind of reminds me of the of that like really weird Last Jedi set they made. They made like a couple years ago that everyone hated, where they had like the where like the ATT, but it had or AT whatever you call it, and it has the like and without the head on it, and that was like a really weird set. It kind of reminds me of that for some reason. But yeah, then we have the TIE Advanced Prototype. I actually really like this one. It's a cool TIE Fighter design. Not that much money too, like $40. Then Ezra's Speeder Bike, which is pretty cool. How much I'll say on that? It's pretty interesting. And then we have some of the big Star Wars sets. A TIE Fighter, not really that interesting to me, but still pretty cool, I guess. The Sandcrawler is actually pretty cool. Has some cool minifigs and stuff. That's pretty cool. Then the Death Star. The Death Star has always been a cool set to me, actually. Even though it's like something I'll probably never get, since it's like $500, and that's quite a bit of money. The Death Stars have already been cool. I always thought they were just cool, just things in general. Then the Slave One. My brother really wants this, and he always says he's gonna get it for Christmas, and he never does. So, yeah. Then we have Technic. I'm just gonna skip this. Not really much interesting to me. Maybe someday, I'll get one of these smaller Technic sets and just test them out. But yeah. Then we have Mindstorms again. Not really something I'm interested in, though. Actually, I think a lot of people have memories of using Mindstorms in school, and I actually do know. In one of my tech classes, in like a tech class, I actually used this. I don't know if it might have actually been exactly this one, or some of this set. I'm pretty sure, and you used it and like you programmed it. Which is pretty cool. Then we have some Ninjago sets. This is actually one of my favorite ones of Ninjago. The little the forest wave, whatever it's called. Just titanium dragon. Pretty good dragon, actually. Not really that interesting, but still pretty cool dragon. This mech, which is actually, for 15 bucks, it's actually pretty good. A jungle raider, again, for 20 bucks, that's pretty good. The jungle trap and lava fall. These are actually, for, like, the really cheap price they are, like, they're pretty inexpensive. That's some cool stuff right there. Some cool stuff. This is only $2 more than the price of a current day minifigure, like minifig set or minifig bag. But yeah, then we have this is actually one of my not one of my favorite themes, but like it's a pretty cool theme, Ultra Agents, which is actually a pretty cool theme. So you have the spy Clops Infiltration, where you have a little spy, like little but for a $10 set, it's actually pretty cool. You get 2 minifigs, you get little spy Clops, you get Trey Smith apparently. Then Ultrasonic Showdown, which actually for 20 bucks. This is actually pretty good too. But actually, my favorite part of this whole theme is getting these cool villains. Like this guy's Professor Brainstein. Like these villains are just really well designed. I just like the color scheme. It's just very unique. Just very, not unique, but very just cool looking. And then we have Antimatter's Portal Hideout. I like the playset on this one, and that's only build. But yeah, that's the playset. It's actually pretty cool. And isn't there something about this guy, Solomon Blaze, that he's like some other character? I don't actually know if that's true. I think I've heard that somewhere, though. Then Ultra Agents Ocean HQ, which is $100, but which I guess pretty expensive, but yeah, still pretty cool, though, I do admit. And then Drillix Diamond Job, which for $30 is actually pretty cool. So set. Then we have some Bionicles, not really interesting to me. I do like the amount of lore these sets have. My only memory of Bionicle, though, is that I think I bought one when Toys R Us was still in business. When Toys R Us was still in business, my parents would go to, like, New Hampshire, because New Hampshire, so my state, Maine, has a sales tax, but New Hampshire doesn't. So they'd go to, like, New Hampshire, not necessarily to buy stuff, but to, like, mainly to, I think go to somewhere for, like, anniversary or something. And I think one time at Toys R Us, like, we were buying stuff at Toys R Us, and then I got, like, and there was, like, something where you get, like, a free buy. I think it was, like, near the, like, 2015, so, like, near the end of Bionicle. So they were just trying to sell all the old ones. So I think they were, like, Toys R Us were doing something, like, you get one free, like, if you buy anything, you get, or buy any Lego set, you get, like, a free Bionicle or something. So I just picked this random one with, like, a bow or something, and I never ended up building it, and I don't know where the pieces went. It's just probably random pieces now. That's my only Bionicle memory, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. And then there's Mixels. These are interesting. Not really, like, for me, but I know this guy, I think this one caused some controversy, though, because in the description, I think they used some, like, slur or something, so that's great. I mean, then we have some creator sets. We have the Future Flyers, the Beach Hut. I really like the Beach Hut and Changing Seasons. I like the playset build from Creator 3-in-1. The one that are like the non-minifig scale ones are just whatever. But the playsets are top notch. Oh yeah, then just some other not interesting ones. Then move on to City. This is actually the space line of City, which is pretty cool. As the training jet transporter, a utility shuttle. Now this one, I actually have some memories with this one. I'm pretty sure I got when my mom got this one or something, and I still have some of these computer pieces to this day, and some of the other pieces. So I know I have this set. It's not built because I got it like 2015. I think 2015, when this catalog was made, was actually around the time that Lego actually started getting into Legos. That's pretty cool. Or started like playing with Lego mainly, which is pretty cool. Because I actually have a distinct memory. I don't have the catalog anymore. I don't know where it went. But I have a distinct memory of having a Pacific catalog with, like, that Ninjago Temple set they released, like, in 2016 or 2015. I have a very distinct memory of of having that set. But then we have the Spaceport, which is pretty cool looking set. I really like the space thing and all that. The only problem is that it's, like, $120 for 500 pieces. That's kind of weird. And they're not that great. Then we have some deep sea things. I think it's another one. I think space and deep sea, the exploration, they both repeated now, which is pretty cool. So you can get them since these are retired. But yeah, not really much interesting to this. I actually do like this boat play set, but not really the actual price or set, because it's like $120. That's pretty expensive. Then we have some more city sets. This doesn't really interest me. This one, though, I really like these. I like the Mountain Police one, the Swamp one, and the the Forest Police one they did. Anytime they do like a themed police wave and they make the police stations for it, I quite like these. Like, this is a really cool stylized police station. Then we have City Square. This one's actually pretty cool. My favorite part would be the Lego store, but I actually already have a Lego store now, as you can see from like my city tours and stuff. So yeah, still pretty cool little City Square though. I do quite like that actually. Is there a page stuck? No, this is 43 to 44. So and then some VIP stuff. Not really interesting to me. Lego movie though. Pretty cool stuff here. Some bad cop car chase. I actually do quite like this. Nice little police car, little bike. Then we have another really good set. The double-decker couch, which I actually do quite like this one. This is a good deal. You get quite a bit of pieces for $15. And you get some cool characters. You get like Emmett, you get President Business, you get Benny, you get Ghost Vitruvius, you get Unikitty. Yeah, pretty cool. And then for $10, this little Batman and this little Unikitty one is pretty cool. Then we have some Friends one, which Friends is actually a wave a set line that I actually quite enjoy. Especially the more recent ones where they've cut down on it doesn't really matter, but they've cut down recently on a lot more of the like pink and purple colors, so it looks just more natural in the among all the other Lego sets. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. There's some cool stuff that like regular Lego City doesn't do, like a hair salon, a house, a lighthouse, a pizzeria. Actually, if you see my Lego City videos, I think I already plugged these videos earlier in the video. But I actually have 2 Lego Friends sets. I have that house, and a little Italian Olive Garden set, which is pretty cool. Yeah, then moving on, I get this vet clinic. It's like $20. You get a whole building. That's pretty cool. And then not really much interesting except for I like the playset build on these ones. That's really all. And then we have, I think this is the final page actually. So, Elves, which Elves actually, the play sets I actually quite like actually. Like this bakery or whatever it is, and this tree house, and this like, sea thing or whatever. These are actually some pretty cool stuff here actually. Some cool play sets. I quite like that actually. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think they also have a show. I think this and Friends both have shows. And like Bionicles and Ninjago obviously, but these also I think have shows. But yeah, I think that's it though. So I'm gonna make sure to block the random guy who sold this on eBay or sold this catalog address, but so I don't randomly dox some random person, some random man for this. But yeah, but there is a Quickie Mart, which is actually just an amazing set. Like this is a really good set. I quite like this. And if you see inside, if you see like set reviews of the set, this is a cool set. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's the end of this. So I think it's the end of this catalog look through. Make sure to look out for pretty soon, not tomorrow probably, but pretty soon. I'm gonna be making a ranking video of Animal Crossing games. Look out for that. I'm also gonna do episode 2 of Mario. And that video I've been saying I'm gonna do for like months now, which is that Animal Crossing, doing every job in Main Street thing. We're not going to do that soon. So yeah, so that's in this video. So if you like the video and like it, if you liked it and want some more, subscribe. When we notify a new video comes out, notification bell. I make quite a good array of videos. I think I make some Lego videos, some plush skip videos like Arthur and Friends. I make some gaming videos. And yeah, I think it's all pretty cool. So that's it video. Also go to the channel bar like Friends and Family. And go subscribe to all the channels bar, like whether it's JJ or Jacob, my friend Owen or Owen Plays, my brother's friends Paul or Glizzy Gamer, and J-Form or Jaden. Actually my brother Jake or JJ recently returned from having a month-long break from YouTube, or is recently returning soon. So make sure to go subscribe so you have notifications on for that when that comes up. That's the end of this video, and we'll see you later. Bye.